Have you ever finished a long day at work, looked back and wondered, what did I actually accomplish today? You were busy, sure. You answered 100 emails, jumped between a dozen chat threads, and sat through a few meetings. But did you make any real progress on your most important projects? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. I used to feel this way all the time. My days were a blur of digital noise, and my biggest goals just kept getting pushed back. Then, I read a book that completely changed my perspective. Deep Work by Cal Newport. Today, I want to share the core ideas of this incredible book and how they helped me reclaim my focus and productivity. Cal Newport, a computer science professor, argues that we live in a world that's actively hostile to focus. Our economy is increasingly reliant on shallow work, those non-cognitive logistical tasks often performed while distracted. Think answering emails, posting on social media, or just shuffling things around. These tasks feel productive, but they don't create new value. They keep us busy, but not better. The opposite of shallow work is deep work. Newport defines it as professional activities, performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive capabilities to their limit. These efforts create new value, improve your skills, and are hard to replicate. Think of a programmer writing complex code, a writer crafting a novel, or a strategist developing a new business plan. This is where the magic happens. This is where you produce your best stuff. Newport's big idea is that the ability to perform deep work is becoming increasingly rare. At the exact same time, it's becoming increasingly valuable in our economy. This creates a massive opportunity. If you can cultivate this skill, you'll thrive. If you can't, you risk becoming irrelevant, easily replaced by automation or cheaper labor. So, how do we actually do it? Newport gives us 4 main rules. Rule number 1 is work deeply. This sounds obvious, but it's the foundation. You need to create routines and rituals to help you go into a state of deep work regularly. It's not about waiting for inspiration to strike. It's about building a system. Newport outlines a few different philosophies for integrating deep work into your schedule. The first is the monastic approach. This is for people who can almost completely eliminate shallow obligations. Think of a tenured professor with no teaching duties, who can lock themselves away in a cabin to write a book. For most of us, this isn't realistic. Then there's the bimodal approach. This is where you divide your time, dedicating clearly defined stretches to deep pursuits, and leaving the rest open for everything else. For example, you might take 4 days a week for deep work, and 1 day for all your shallow tasks. Or maybe you spend 1 month of the year on a deep project, and the other 11 months on your regular duties. The most popular one for people with a standard 9-to-5 job is the rhythmic approach. The idea here is to make deep work a simple, regular habit. The easiest way to do this is the chain method. Set a fixed time for deep work each day, say 90 minutes every morning, and mark off each day you succeed on a calendar. The goal is not to break the chain. This creates momentum and turns deep work into a natural part of your day, just like brushing your teeth. I found this to be the most practical for me. I started blocking out the first 90 minutes of my workday for my most important task. No email, no phone, just pure focus. Finally, there's the journalistic approach. This is for people who are masters of their craft and can drop into deep work mode anytime they have a free moment. Newport named it after journalists who can write an article on a tight deadline in any environment. This is the hardest to pull off and requires a lot of practice. Whichever philosophy you choose, the key is to be intentional. Decide in advance when and for how long you'll work deeply. Where will you work? How will you work? Once you start, will you allow any distractions? For my 90-minute blocks, I put my phone in another room, close all unrelated tabs, and sometimes even use an app to block distracting websites. It's about creating a fortress of solitude. This leads us to rule number 2, embrace boredom. This was a huge one for me. Newport points out that our brains have been rewired by constant stimulation. The moment we feel a hint of boredom, we instinctively reach for our phones. This constant context switching erodes our ability to concentrate. If you can't resist distraction for 5 minutes while waiting in line for coffee, how can you expect to focus for 90 minutes on a hard problem? To fight this, you need to retrain your attention muscle. Newport suggests scheduling your internet use. Instead of hopping online whenever you feel the urge, set aside specific times during the day to check email and browse the web. Outside of these blocks, the internet is off limits. This might sound extreme, but it's like intermittent fasting for your brain. It teaches your mind to function without a constant stream of novel stimuli. Another strategy is to practice productive meditation. This involves focusing on a specific professional problem while you're doing something physical but not mentally demanding, like walking, jogging, or even showering. The goal is to hold your attention on that one problem, continuously bringing your mind back when it wanders. It's a workout for your focus. Rule number 3 is quit social media. Now, Newport isn't saying all social media is evil. He's asking us to be more deliberate. He suggests an any benefit versus a craftsman approach. Most of us use the any benefit approach. I use this tool because it offers me some benefit. Maybe Facebook helps you keep in touch with old friends. Maybe Twitter gives you some news. The craftsman approach, on the other hand, asks you to identify the core factors for success and happiness in your professional and personal life. Then, you only adopt a tool if its positive impacts on these factors substantially outweigh its negative impacts. So, ask yourself, is this social media platform the best way to achieve this goal? Is the time I spend scrolling through my feed truly the most effective use of my time to foster meaningful relationships or stay informed? Newport recommends a 30-day digital detox. Quit all optional technologies for 30 days. After the 30 days are up, reintroduce them one by one, but only if they pass that strict craftsman test. You might find, as many have, that you didn't really miss most of them, and the world didn't end because you weren't on Instagram for a month. Finally, rule number 4 is drain the shallows. This is about minimizing the amount of shallow work in your day to free up more time for deep work. One powerful technique is to schedule every minute of your day. At the start of each day, take a few minutes to create a plan. Block out time for deep work, but also for lunch, for answering emails, even for relaxing. Of course, plans change. The point isn't to stick to the schedule perfectly, but to be more intentional with your time. If something unexpected comes up, you simply adjust your schedule for the rest of the day. Another tip is to become more discerning with your email. Newport suggests making your emails more productive by clearly stating the purpose and the desired outcome. Instead of a vague email like, "Let's grab coffee," try something like, "I'd like to discuss the marketing proposal. Would you be free to meet at the Daily Grind on either Tuesday at 10 a.m. or Wednesday at 2 p.m. for 30 minutes? If neither of those times works, feel free to suggest another. This reduces the back and forth and respects everyone's time. Applying these principles has been a game changer for me. I started with the rhythmic approach, carving out that sacred 90-minute block each morning. It was hard at first. My mind would wander, and the urge to check my phone was intense. But by embracing the boredom and sticking to the routine, it got easier. I started producing higher quality work in less time. I finished a huge project that had been lingering for months. And the best part? It didn't just improve my work life. By being more focused and productive during the day, I was able to truly disconnect in the evenings. I could shut down my computer at 5 p.m. and be fully present with my family and friends, guilt-free, because I knew I had done my most important work. Deep work isn't just a productivity hack. It's a philosophy for living a more meaningful and focused life in a world that's constantly trying to distract you. It's about choosing to do the hard, valuable things instead of getting lost in the easy, shallow ones. So, I challenge you to try it. Start small. Find one thing you can do to work more deeply. Maybe it's a 30-minute block of focused work tomorrow morning. Maybe it's leaving your phone in another room for an hour. Whatever it is, just start. The ability to concentrate is a skill, and like any skill, it gets stronger with practice. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this summary helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on productivity and personal development. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you tried deep work? What are your biggest struggles with focus? Let's discuss. See you in the next one.